HCAM News is supported by our viewers and by Hopkinton Drug, located in this historic New England town since 1954. They are a multifaceted store dedicated to providing clients with an array of healthcare options.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to today's edition of HCAM News. I'm HCAM News Director Tom Nappy, here to fill you in with what's happening in Hopkinton. On today's edition of HCAM News, the Lauren Anderson Foundation presented the softball team with jackets and the latest Hiller Sports update, plus much more. But first, the Hopkinton Middle School Chess team took home a big championship win. Last year's state elementary chess champions at Hopkins are this year's state middle school chess champions, representing Hopkinton Middle School at the Hurwitz Cup State Scholastic Team Championship.
So, what we had to do to get into the chess tournament is we had to go as a group of 4 people that all play chess, and we had to represent our team in the state championship for the team championship. And then there were a lot of other teams from different towns that were all also participating, and then we participated and we got first.
All of us, we played a championship last year, and we also won the one last year, but this time we're going into a team with people who are better at chess, because now we're doing the middle school championship instead of the elementary school championship.
The team of 4 has now won the first and second chess state championships for Hopkinton.
This is the second time. Last year we played for elementary school and we won that one, so this will be Hopkinton's second time winning a state, but Hopkinton's first winning a middle school one.
No other team has won the championship except our team.
The back-to-back champions explain the tournaments they have won and what got them into playing chess.
I've been playing chess for 6 years, and I've won 2 championships.
What got you into chess?
My dad.
I've been playing chess since I was 4. I started playing tournaments since last year, and I've won 2 state championships, and this is my 3rd one.
This is the second one, and I've been playing chess for 5 years, but I started tournaments 2 or 3 years ago.
I've been playing chess for 6 years, and I started because I saw my dad and my sister playing chess, and I was interested in how they were playing, and I wanted to play the game too.
I got into chess when I was 4. I saw my friends playing chess, and I wanted to as well.
I asked if they had any advice for a new chess player.
My advice to a new chess player would be play tournaments, get the hang of it, and you'll have a lot of fun.
My advice would be not to take it into really big focus. Think of it as a game and have fun with it.
Don't think about the rating change, just play your best and maybe you'll win.
Don't be nervous, even if you think you're in a bad situation. Keep going and try not to resign.
Congratulations to these 4 chess state champions, and we thank you for bringing Hopkinton a 2nd state chess championship trophy. The Lauren Anderson Field Project team presented the Hopkinton Hillers softball program with some donations, including windbreakers and equipment. HCAM's Mike Tarosian was on the scene.
So I'm going to take a moment just to introduce the people up here, and then we're going to explain what this is all about, because I know you're all in the dark here today. So we have Ricky Anderson, who is the mother of Lauren Anderson. You all should know Dr. Carol Kavanaugh, who's our superintendent, right? And then we also have Kathy Kidliff, who is a part of the Lauren Anderson Memorial Foundation. So I hope that this has kind of given a little bit of light. The Lauren Anderson Foundation supports the Hopkins softball program a lot. Obviously, Lauren is who our field is named after. A number of years ago, we kind of redid the field and made it vast improvements to the field through the Lauren Anderson Foundation. And here today, they're here to give us a little bit more back to the program. So I'm going to turn this over to Ricky Anderson, who's Lauren's mom, to talk a little bit about Lauren, and then we're going to go from there.
You girls all remind me of Lauren because it's exactly the way she would appear with a hair ponytail and a hat and everything else. I don't know, you didn't know her, but she was a sparkle. She was killed in a horseback riding accident, in case you didn't know. And my friend Kathy Kilduff decided a couple of years ago we should make the softball field better because it has her name on it. And so we did that, and we had a little money left over, so I said it's time to give something to the team. So here we are, and we're going to do it today, okay? Is everybody okay with that? Yes. Okay.
All right, hi everybody. Thank you all for being here this afternoon. It's a really exciting time. And when Mrs. Anderson was just telling you about how Mrs. Kilduff decided a few years ago that they would do some upgrades to the field, you have no idea. So she had come to see me and the district's business manager, and she sat us down and said, I want to do some repairs to the softball field and even some upgrades to the field. And we said, well, what do you think that looks like? And she had a very long list, and then we said, well, what do you think that costs? And when she told us, I kept thinking, there is no possible way that's going to happen just through donations. And it was only months later that we were all on that softball field, and it looked amazing. And I think a lot of that happened because Lauren's legacy and her memory is still so alive in people in Hopkinton that they all stepped up and stepped out and came out to do amazing things. You are all so lucky to be here this afternoon because what's happening here, I think, today is something that instills a legacy and a memory, and it really shows you what Hiller Pride is. I mean, it's been 28 years, I think, since we lost Lauren, and her memory lives on, and you get to be sort of the benefactors of some of her memory and a lot of her legacy. So just congratulations to all of you athletes, and thank you again for being here. And I will now hand this to Mrs. Kilduff.
It's a super privilege and pleasure to be here to see all of you. I can't even begin to tell you. I want to just say really why we're here is to tell you a little bit more about Lauren and then offer you a challenge. So Lauren was kind. She had a sparkle in her eye and a smile that you could see miles away, and she was approachable. And she cared about softball. She cared about her teammates. She wanted the best, not only for herself, which she gave every single day, but she wanted it for every single teammate as well. She knew the true definition of team. So I think those are the fact that she was diligent and committed and wanted Hiller softball to be the best is one of her big, positive, extraordinary legacies. So what we're saying at this point in time is it's time. 28 years is a long time. Her legacy lives on. Her spirit, think about it. 28 years ago, you guys weren't even born. Her spirit lives on. So I don't know how you define spirit, if it's energy or if it's confidence or if it's the can-do attitude or if it's courage when you're having a down day. Be all that you can be. That's Lauren's legacy. That legacy of tomorrow is better than today. So be the very, very best that you can. So our little challenge to you is with these little gifts is to help you do that. We want to challenge you. We want to see your sparkle, and we want to see where you take it. Any one person, I was saying to Dr. Kavanaugh, it's not just a field. it's not just a bunch of silly young women. It's passion, it's desire, it's the want and the pride in what you've committed to. So we challenge you to be the best that you can be for whatever reasons that you have. And we want you to know we're all behind you and the legacy will continue. And a lot of that is thanks to each of you.
I was like, you're all going to be very excited by this one. This is, I think. Oh my God. We are not kidding. So that's your clue. But we. Oh my God, it's a pitching machine. It's a new pitching machine with a change-up function. So we can just hit a button and throw you a change-up, which I know Ashley is stoked about over there.
I can't pick that up.
No, I pushed it over here. We're really excited. That was a huge get. As you all know, our pitching machine is busted. Bad. Yeah, all good words. Not ideal. So this will really help us to prepare, and we really wanted to get this done this week with the big week we had coming up. So we'll get Coach and I will get that set up tomorrow, probably after school. But it was something that we were really excited to get.
All right, these are warm-up jackets to go with our uniforms to wear to our games. What's special about these is that there's an LA on the left-hand sleeve of every jacket for Lauren Anderson. So the idea here is being like that as we put on our uniforms to play for each other, we're also playing for our teammates in the past as well. And so you're playing for each other past and present. So that's what these ones are for, reminders of that.
And with these are part of your uniform, which means we're giving them to you now, and then you're going to give them back, and they're going to stay in the program for years to come. I saw the seniors' faces. I figured I needed to clarify. We're wanting this forever.
Yes. So
you want to take that one for sizes?
Yeah.
These are all in the line. So why don't we'll go seniors first. Bailey, come up, tell me what size. Oh boy. Small, medium, large, extra large. That's a small. We're saving that for Caroline.
I can take a medium if something's small.
Yeah, try the medium, make sure. Okay. Kel's medium.
I'm so freaking happy.
What size is that?
Are you doing a medium?
That's a medium. Bailey, can I try that? Would that be too? Can I try
Kelsey,
that
turn
on?
and look at Mr. Cardillo. All right.
Oh, I'm so excited. I'm just, Lauren would be so thrilled. She would just be so happy.
That's great. And so this year you were able to help with the pitching machine and jackets.
Pitching machine.
Yep. And was that something that you felt they needed, or you just listened to the team?
We spoke to the coaches. We asked them to tell us what we thought they could use, what they thought they could use. And the pitching machine was number one, and the jackets was my idea.
I think what these girls are realizing is that they belong to something bigger than themselves. So as we watch all of this unfold today, they're getting a pitching machine, they're getting jackets, but I think what they're really getting is a sense of what it means to be a teammate, what it means to be a Hiller, what it means to feel pride, all of those really deep emotions. And as I was watching their faces, you could really see that. It was beautiful. It was beautiful.
Good. No, I didn't.
Lauren would have loved this. Perfect.
We are going to take a quick time out. A whole lot more HCAM news ahead. Don't go anywhere. HCAM programming is supported by our viewers, thank you, and by Phipps Insurance Agency, representing companies such as MapFree Insurance. Their family-owned independent agency is deeply rooted in the communities they serve and offer time-tested insurance products to fit individual needs. Since 1950, Phipps Insurance specializes in home, auto, business, condo, and renters insurance.
Hi, I'm Dr. Bruce Carlin, president of the Metro West Symphony Orchestra and a violinist in the orchestra. Happy to announce that on April 30th at 2 p.m. in Hopkinton High School, we are having a wonderful family concert.
I'm Paula Gudritis, a Hopkinton resident and also a violinist in the orchestra, and I'm really looking forward to accompanying our gifted young soloist, Ella Kim, on violin, and we also have a special guest narrator, Jordan Rich from WBZ Radio.
And I'm Pattison Story. We're going to have at 1 o'clock an instrument petting zoo for children of all ages to come and try a stringed instrument, to hopefully get excited about music for the rest of their lives.
Thank you again. We hope to see you there on April 30th, 2 p.m., Hopkinton High School, 1 o'clock for the petting zoo for the young kids and 2 o'clock for the concert.
Welcome back to HCAM News. Some Hopkinton Hiller spring sports teams entered the third week of the season. Here's a look at the latest update. On Wednesday, April 12th, Hiller girls lacrosse hosted Westwood. Out in front, rail with it, looking to close in. And that shot deflected. Good goalkeeping there. Hillers working their way up. Morgan Arnold in net for the Hillers. It's taken back by Westwood. Along the far side comes Vivian Bean. And there's a shot. And did that go in? It did indeed. That is Ava Connaughton, making it 3-0. Westwood took the game in dominant fashion by a final of 17-3. Outdoor track hosted Medfield in their first home meet. Both the boys and girls pulled off wins. Boys took the win 102-34. The girls took the win 101-35. On Thursday, April 13th, Hiller Baseball hosted Zavarian Brothers High School. Former Hiller head coach and Hall of Famer Steven Simos joined me for the call. The Hillers led 4-0 heading into the third inning.
Run forever. It plays true, in fact, slower than some grass fields.
Right up in the pitch, and this is hit in the air by Interente. To right field, to the fence, that's going to drop. Here comes one run in to score. Second run being waved around. And look at that, a 2 RBI double for Jack Interente as Joe Scardino and Dylan Ruff both score.
Oh, that's a big spot. Yeah, I was saying earlier, he's the kid that's just a couple of hits away from exploding. A lot of ability, as you saw that. Jack Interente is, he'll be the glue of the team with senior leadership, but personally, I just want to see him have some success.
I would say so. And speaking of great responses, this is going to drop into center field, and Tarrante being waved around. It's an RBI single for Peter Mahone.
Getting that kind of production out of 8 and 9, they're going to be really, really hard to beat.
They added more runs in the 4th inning. They lift in the pitch, gets a
There it
piece of
is.
this one, ripped up the third base side. 1 run is in. Here comes a 2nd run. Scardino's going to score, and now Simulus over to 3rd. It is a 2 RBI double by Mitch Simulus.
Yeah, brother combination. 2nd and 3rd right now. Let's get a 45-foot lead.
And this is going to be a slow roller up the third base side, throw to first. And that is not in time, and a run scores. Well, the third baseman there just couldn't figure out where to go with it.
That's a mental error. You got to, plan on that ahead of time. But like I keep saying, it's high school baseball. You got caught in between.
Line up in the pitch, and he gets a good piece of this one over to right field, towards the fence, off the fence it goes. Here comes 1 run in to score as Simulus is waved around, and that is a long 2 RBI double for Interente.
Outstanding, almost identical, but 2 fence sections over from his last one. That hit about a foot from the top of the fence.
I thought that might get out of here. Hillers took the win via a 5-inning mercy, 13-3. Hillers softball hosted Ashland on Friday, April 14th. John Ritz on the call.
There's a hit. Gets through the infield. Getting that runner up to 3rd made a big difference. And another run scores for Hopkinton. RBI single for Zoe. Ball drops in the outfield. 1 run scores. It's an RBI double. Bailey Harrigan batting now for Hopkinton. And that drops. Everything's dropping for Hopkinton. And another run scores.
Hillers plate 9 runs in the 3rd inning and would take the win via mercy, 17-5. Hiller Baseball also hosted Ashland that Friday. It was a 3-0 Hiller lead heading into the 3rd inning. Hit in the air, that'll drop into right field. Here comes another run to score. Connor Hallenbeck is around. 2-0 lead for the Hillers, an RBI single for Charlie Simulus. And this is going to be hit up the middle. That'll trickle into center field. Will Morgan being waved around, and he will score. That'll make it a 3-0 lead. A nice piece of hitting. And Dylan Ruff. Simulus up to 2nd. Jack and Tarrant plate. They added more runs in the 4th inning. 1st inning. And this is hit in the air right side and caught for the out. Runner from 2nd and 3rd going to tag. So that will be a sacrifice RBI flyout for Scardino as Mahone scores. Raza up to 3rd. Hallenbeck stays at 1st. Charlie Simulus to the plate. 4-0 here in the bottom of the 4th. And this is hit up the middle, an absolute rope. 1 run is in. Here comes another, and it's a 2 RBI single for Charlie Simulus. Hillers would plate 4 more runs and take the game 8-0 and improve to 4-1 on the season. Hiller boys tennis also grabbed a shutout win over Wachusett that Friday. The boys are now 4-0 on the season. Girls tennis fell to Wachusett Friday 4-1 in a close match. The girls' tennis team is now 2-2 on the season. It's time to tell you about some happenings in town you should know about. On Sunday, April 30th at the Hopkinton High School Auditorium, check out the Metro West Symphony Orchestra. For more information, head over to our website, hcam.tv. Our upcoming Hiller sports broadcast schedule includes girls lacrosse and outdoor track on Wednesday, May 3rd, as well as baseball versus Millis on May 5th, girls lacrosse versus Medway on Monday the 8th, and Tuesday, May 9th, a full slate with boys lacrosse, baseball, and softball. For our full broadcast schedule, as well as updates, head over to hcam.tv. Our picture of the week, courtesy of John Ritz. It was scenes from this year's Boston Marathon volunteer assignment. They were handing out water and bananas at the Athletes Village in Hopkinton on the foggy, rainy Boston Marathon day. The marathon was a gigantic success. Very great race this year. Here's a look at the upcoming town government meetings. Don't forget, on Wednesday, April 26th, right after we're done with this edition of HCAM News, it's Hopkinton Women's Club Meet the Candidates Night. Then on Friday, April 28th at 7 p.m., we'll have the school committee candidates debate. For all information regarding town government meetings on HCAM, head over to hcam.tv/gov. And for more information, you can head over to the town website at hopkintonma.gov. Believe it or not, we are out of time for this edition of HCAM News, but don't worry, next Wednesday at 6:30 p.m., we'll be back. For everyone at HCAM, I'm Tom Nappy. Enjoy the rest of your day. Take care, be well, and we'll talk to you again soon. Goodbye, everybody.